route intercepting in Next.js is another technique. It has its own naming convention, and it allows us to modify the default behavior of routing. Generally, when we navigate to another page, we expect the content of that page to show up. But using interceptors in Next.js, we can show another content that we design and we want. As an example here, I've created a page called Gallery, and you can see some mock data, some mock photos. And by clicking on each one of these, I've created a link. You might see the link at the bottom of the page. Its link is /gallery/photo, then the photo ID. And I can show you the codals as well. So in the gallery URL, you can see the page, and its content is like this. I'm showing some product, some items, and then it has gallery with /photo and the photo ID, which is totally mock data, but the link is pointing to gallery photo. And if I click on this, I'm showing a modal. And how it works, I've created a layout, and using parallel routes, I'm showing this modal, which is defined here by creating this @modal folder. I'm expecting this modal to show up and be passed to my layout as modal prop, and then I show it. And when at the beginning I'm on the gallery page, let me go back. This modal will not show up because it has another folder called photo, that the final URL of this page, of this photo folder, would be /gallery/photo. Since we are not in that page, we are in the gallery, it's not going to show up. And inside the modal folder, which is a parallel route, is going to render the default. So if I put something here in the default, you can see it shows up here. But by default, I want to show nothing, so I return null. But as soon as I head into gallery/photo like this by clicking one of these, this modal is going to be populated. And since I'm rendering it, this modal, which is a simple HTML code, I can show you here. On the page, I have this modal component, and next to it, I have created this, and it's simply a dialog that shows in the center of the page, and you can see it. So in general, I'm in the gallery/photo, and this shows up, and everything is fine. But imagine I have another page at another place, and I want to show that page in this layout. And this is what interceptors are made for. Here I have a photo folder at the root level. So if I go to app and then photo, and it accepts an ID as a dynamic route, which I explained before. I have a page. If I go to photo/something like 1, it's going to show that photo 1 for me. You can see it here. If I go photo 2, it's going to accept photo 2. If I zoom it a little, or maybe make it bigger, you can see the photo 2 here is a little bit small, but you can see it probably. So I have this photo at the root level, /photo, then the ID. But in gallery, I have gallery/photo, then ID. In the gallery page, what I want is, first of all, I want to link them to that page, which is /photo, then the ID. But as well as I want to show that modal. So first I want to change the URL to /photo, but I don't want to redirect the users to /photo/1 and show that content. I want to remain on this page, which is gallery with these photos, with these items. Then I want to show that modal, and finally I want to change the URL, but without any navigation. But as soon as any refresh or hard reload, I want photo 1 to be shown. And to do so, what I have to do is to use interceptors, of course. Currently, if I click, you can see that it redirects me to gallery photo 1, since I'm using parallel routes, as I mentioned, but it's not photo 1. If I refresh, you can see I receive 404 because there's no URL called gallery photo 1. It is a parallel URL, it's not an independent URL. And to fix that, what I have to do is to make this photo interceptor page. And it's simply, the convention says that we have to put a parenthesis before the folder name. And then I have to put 1 dot, 2 dots, or 3 dots. And the difference is that it's like traversing in the directories. I'm pointing to the current URL. If I put 2 dots, I'm pointing to 1 level up, and 3 dots here means that at the root level of the app directory. And what does it mean? What I have to do, what I have to put here? First of all, this photo is supposed to point to this page, to this route. And in my directory, I have to somehow find it. And since it is at the root level of the app, I can simply put 3 dots. So it means that whenever I am in the gallery, and I navigate to /photo/1, since I have this parallel route, which is very important here. From gallery, by having this parallel route, if I navigate to photo directory, this photo directory should be shown to the users. And this consists of that modal that you saw before. Let's try it. Now, if I hover over them, you can see they are still pointing to gallery photo. I have to fix that as well. So I go to the gallery page here and I remove this /gallery. Now it's fine. Now they are pointing to /photo/gallery. I mean the gallery items. And if I click on them, you can see it's wrong. I have put a wrong name here. It's redirected me to photo 1, which is not something I want. Let's go back. I have to change it because I've addressed the photo in a wrong way. Maybe if I put 2 dots instead of 3, and let's refresh. I refresh. Now if I click on the photo 1, you can see now it is exactly what I want. The URL is photo 1, but I'm rendering a modal here. I'm not redirecting users, actually redirecting users to photo 1. I have just pushed photo 1, photo/1 to the URL, but still I'm showing the gallery content and I'm showing a modal in the gallery content that has this parallel route that shows this modal for me, exactly like this. And the way it works, you can see it traversing one level up. So we are actually in the gallery here. If I close, you can see I'm in the gallery. And if I open one of these, I have to traverse one level up. So from page, one level up would be the app, and in the app, it's going to look for the photo for me. And now it's working fine. Let's try. You see photo 1. If I click photo 2, and here's the interesting thing. If I open one of these, users will see the content of this page. I'm intercepting the content and the route in Next.js now. But if I refresh, let's try a hard refresh. Since I'm in the photo 3 URL, I have to see this content, the photo and then the page and its content. And it can have different content as well. So if I put like photo at a root level, you can see it's here, and here for the modal, I show another content, photo on modal. Of course, their content are similar, like this part are similar. You could put them in a separate component, a shared component, and both of them could use that component instead of having duplicated codes. But you get the idea how it works. Let's try it again. I go to gallery, I open one of these, photo on modal, you can see. And if I refresh, you can see that photo at root level component or page is rendered here. So that was it from intercepting routes in Next.js. It can be useful in implementing some use cases. For example, one case can be to show a basket. If I click on this basket icon, I could show like sidebar or drawer at the right or left side. And I could change the URL to /cart, but still I'm on the current page. I'm still, for example, I'm the gallery or whatever I am. I could show the content of that basket in a pop-up here, but if the users, while they are seeing that pop-up, they refresh the page, since they are in the cart and the current URL is in the cart, they could be redirected to the cart page. And similar to other use cases like showing reviews of a product, if users click on the reviews, you could still remain on the product page, but you can show a pop-up of reviews. And if the users share that URL, since the current URL has been changed to maybe product reviews, if they open the URL from the browser in a new tab, they can see only reviews and other these kind of use cases that you can imagine. So I hope you get how it works, how you can use route interceptors in Next.js. See you in the next ones.